high-stakes main event. And it's all brought to you by Ring Magazine, the Bible of Boxing, with Sella and Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions in association with TGB Promotions. Sponsored by Thomas J. Henry Law Firm, Everlast, and IFX Payments. This contest will be broadcast live and exclusively worldwide on DAZN. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission and the World Boxing Council. Now, it's time to bring the warriors to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this party started! Coming to the ring first, the challenger, Ryan King Boy Garcia.
Ryan Garcia making the walk with his father. Garcia, a polarizing figure who at 26.
And now, making his entrance to the ring, Mario and Azteca Barrios. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. The Ring Magazine high stakes main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the World Boxing Council. Welterweight Championship of the World. The scoring will be done by 3 judges on the 10-point system. They are Tim Cheatham, David Sutherland, and Steve Weisfeld. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, World Championship veteran referee Thomas Taylor. So now, the officials are in place, and they are ready. The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. So for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, from Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, with his head trainer, Henry Garcia, wearing red with gold, and weighing in officially at 146.5 pounds. After 215 amateur wins, he now has an outstanding professional record consisting of 24 victories. 20 of those 24 wins by knockout. Only 2 defeats with 1 no contest. He's the former WBC lightweight silver champion and former WBC interim lightweight world champion from Victorville, California, the challenger, Ryan King Boy Garcia. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, standing with his head trainer, Joe Goosen, wearing black, trimmed with green, officially weighing in at 147 pounds even. An excellent professional record, 29 victories, 18 big wins by knockout, only 2 defeats with 2 draws, fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, the 2-time 2-division world champion, former super lightweight world champion, the reigning, defending WBC welterweight champion of the world, Mario El Azteca Barrios.
Boxer chief second right here. Boxer chief second right here. Okay, gentlemen, we're going to the middle of the gold letters over here, middle of the white letters over here. You both got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to corner, gentlemen.
Huge moment for Ryan Garcia. The speed, the left hook, the talent have never been in question, but mentally he's been all over the place. Tonight he promises the most disciplined version of himself we've ever seen. Mario Barrios, the naturally bigger, battle-tested champion, determined to end Garcia's comeback story before it even begins. This for the WBC welterweight championship of the world. Here we go.
You ready? You ready?
And you see right away Ryan Garcia hopping out to the center of the ring. The body language on Garcia already significantly different, as is the physique. A lot stronger than he looked against Rolly Romero. But he's going up against the guy in Mario Barrios. That is one of the biggest welterweights that I've seen.
Oh, nice right from Ryan to start things off.
And that's what Ryan Garcia is going to need, that right hand.
Down it goes! Just like that!
What a shocker. We knew that Ryan Garcia had an outstanding left hook. He just put Mario Barrios on the deck with a straight right hand.
This kid can punch. Can he take him out?
Ryan Garcia with one of the most electrifying first rounds of his life if he can finish the job here against Mario Barrios.
We wanted to see that right hand. He better not stray away from that right hand.
We've seen what he's done to Dudo, to Francisco Fonseca. He puts them flat on their back.
Let me tell you, the look of shock on the face of Mario Barrios when he got hit with that right hand.
For what it's worth, Barrios looks okay. It was more like a stunning blow rather than a damaging one.
Well, Todd, over the last couple of weeks, they have been drilling Mario Barrios about keeping that right hand of his glued to his chin. They really believe that Ryan Garcia is a one-trick pony, and maybe they've had a lot of reason to believe that, but Ryan Garcia came out and just gave them something new to think about.
That may have been a flash knockdown, but it was a solid punch by a right hand that we needed to see in the arsenal of Ryan Garcia.
But this is the most right hands I have seen Ryan Garcia ever throw.
They told Barrios to make sure to keep his right hand up. They should have told him to keep his left up too.
He needs to slip those punches. He can't be getting hit. Even glancing shots are going to be powerful shots from Garcia because they come behind speed.
And a body shot from Ryan. Everything is landing. This arena was on fire. A stunning start to this championship battle.
Good body shot. That I think is going to be the MO of Ryan Garcia. There's a little area. I think Barrios is a little soft down in that midsection. Keith Thurman hurt him to the body. Abel Ramos hurt him to the body. I think Garcia can do the same.
They've been working on that. That Luke Campbell shot says he wants to start tapping that body. If Barrios going to keep that arm up, he's going to go downstairs.
Crowd starting to finally settle down a little bit.
Listen for the bell, gentlemen.
A dream start to this fight for King Ryan.
Znajdź idealny hotel w aplikacji booking.com.
Barrios was supposed to be the battle-tested, seasoned champion who's not going to get rattled early, but man, did he come out flat-footed and shell-shocked.
Barrios has proved his entire career to be consistently inconsistent. Ryan Garcia's hit and miss. He can be hot or he can be cold. Right now, he's laser sharp and he's definitely warming up.
Garcia telling us he's never been more focused. No theatrics all week long. Just kept saying, I'm prepared and I'm ready to rock and roll. You'll see it'll be the defining performance of my career.
And Barrios wants to be the bully in this fight. He wants to be physical, but as we're seeing him come in, he's not letting his hands go. And that was something that he said he and Joe Goosen have been working on, letting your hands go when you're moving forward. Right now, he's just out there trying to be so defensive because he knows there's some real firepower coming back. Good body shot there for Garcia.
You talk about levels to this game. Garcia right now looks at a completely different level than the champ.
Speed, power, and precision coming from Ryan Garcia in compact combinations.
Now Barrios trying to be the aggressor here, but Ryan can fight brilliantly off his back foot. We've seen that before.
And where Barrios gets in trouble with that jab, and it is a good jab, but it is his best weapon, but he leans forward a lot in. Doesn't fight like a tall fighter.
There's some success from Barrios with the left hand. Nice uppercut, but Barrios fires back.
There's going to be an opening for that uppercut. Left and right for Garcia. He has the right idea. Barrios bends down into uppercuts a lot because he opens his elbows wide.
Oh, there's that left hook. For what it's worth, Barrios took it well.
Anyone else would have got rocked and hurt or dropped by that left hand.
Good body shot from Barrios. He needs some sort of momentum. Garcia's thrown more punches in the first two rounds than he did all in the fight against Rolly Ramirez.
That's been the knock on Garcia, that his low output and his volume is never there. He relies on one punch that changes the trajectory in fights.
Yeah, Garcia only throws about 32 punches around, one of the lowest in all of boxing. Even Deontay Wilder throws more per round.
Beautiful shot.
Listen for the bell, gentlemen. Listen for that bell.
Nice jab. Threw away the jab just to land that check hook. And that rocked Barrios.
Ryan Garcia with a first-round knockdown against Barrios. Looked pretty good in round two as well.
I tell you, he has got Barrios confused. Mario came in just looking to block that left hook and didn't think much of anything else. But Ryan Garcia is firing away with both hands.
Well, Joe Goosen, when he was the trainer for Ryan Garcia, said, look, when Ryan Garcia is at his best, he's the best fighter on the planet.
Right off the punch selection that's bewildering Barrios right now because it's coming from everywhere. Jabs, right hands, hooks, uppercuts, and that speed is intimidating.
Chris Mannix's scorecard through two.
Yeah, pretty easy fight to score so far. 20-17. 10-8 round for Ryan in that first round after that terrific knockdown. He is just controlling this fight.
The fact that he's able to move him so easily with that right hand, Sergio, it's shocking.
Well, because Barrios is not dipping. He's taking the full impact of that blow just by catching it. When you're dealing with a hard puncher, an explosive fast puncher, you can't rely on that. You got to make them miss.
Good body shot there from Barrios.
You're just encouraging fighters like Garcia when you're giving them something to hit.
The knees kind of buckled a bit there, too, for Barrios. Be interested to hear from Shakur earlier. I believe he said Garcia's basically a one-punch pony with that left hook, that he doesn't have a right hand. Wonder if he's changed his opinion. And another right hand for Garcia.
Now Mario has got to let his hands go while he's backing Ryan Garcia up. Just throwing one jab at a time is not going to get the job done.
And Barrios is not going to. He needs to catch and counter the fast hands of Garcia, because if he continues letting Garcia punch with that speed, he's going to be outnumbered.
Caught him again, Sergio.
These right hands are buckling Mario Barrios every single time.
For anybody that thought Ryan Garcia was a one-arm puncher, he's changed a lot of minds.
I don't think it was an inappropriate thought to say Ryan Garcia is a left hooker. You saw the left hook against Devin Haney, the one that put him down repeatedly. Didn't show anything against Rolly Romero, but this right hand has really come around.
He's proven to be a right hooker as well. And good head movement. He's not getting hit with anything cleanly. You can see that Ryan Garcia worked on that right hand and worked on that defense.
Listen for the bell, gentlemen.
Garcia was going to be considerable. I don't think he believed that the right hand was going to be as strong as it's been. And I do think he knows that, look, Mario Barrios is the guy that's most comfortable in his second half of the fight. A lot of his fights, his championship fights, have gone to a decision or into the championship rounds.
So that's if he makes it to the second half of this fight. Garcia coming out on fire again. But Gusa was saying, look, he's fighting with his mouth open, suggesting Garcia's already getting a little fatigued.
I don't think that's the case. I think that's a bad habit by Garcia, keeping his mouth open, but I don't see fatigue settling in. Those are hard, crisp punches by Garcia, and they're coming from both hands, both arms. If Barrios is not going to catch and counter that right hook, it's going to be there all night.
Look at the power shots landed, 32-9.
This matchup proves that speed kills. Barrios has the size, the strength, and the experience. But right now, it's those fast hands that are keeping Mario Barrios in check.
And his body shots are pretty impressive with Ryan Garcia as well. That right hand to the body, you could hear that sitting ringside.
If Barrio makes it to the second half of this fight, he's going to have to go through hell to get there.
I love that shot, Sergio. What do they call it? A little quarter hook there. I've seen Oscar De La Hoya throw it so many times in his career.
It's a 45-degree punch, and it's a rare punch. When you have a strong left hand like Oscar De La Hoya and like Ryan Garcia, you can jab, you can 45-degree, or you can uppercut. They're going to have the same damage.
The right hand is on point for Ryan Garcia.
Barrios is such a stationary target, relying on that earmuff defense. It's going to betray him. The longer this fight goes, the more those arms are going to get weakened and fatigued, and those punches will penetrate through. And there's still a big opening with that uppercut. Those elbows are wide by Mario Barrios.
That was behind the ear. You could see Barrios kind of bounce around trying to find his balance. He's so flat-footed.
Barrios has proved in his career that he's tough, but he's very basic. He doesn't try to find anything different or creative. He's right in front of you, earmuffs up, looking for the simple 1-2.
Listen for the bell, gentlemen. Listen for the bell.
On the biggest stage, that's not nearly enough.
Time right there. Let me see it. 5.
And Barrios taking every second.
Aplikacja XTB. Wszystko, czego potrzebujesz do inwestowania. Akcje i ETF-y. Tysiące kontraktów CFD. Plany inwestycyjne. Wspierane przez kalendarz ekonomiczny, nastroje rynku, alerty cenowe i powiadomienia. XTB to kompletne narzędzie inwestycyjne w Twoich rękach. Pobierz darmową aplikację i inwestuj na swój sposób.
Serum Hydra Energetic od L'Oreal Men Expert. Szybko wchłaniająca się formuła z witaminą C, która dodaje skórze energii.
And maybe a little more.
Oh my God, same shot!
Barrios all over the place.
Barrios is a sucker for that right hook. Ryan Garcia beating him up with one hand, and that's a right hook.
Barrios can't eat too many more of these, surely. Ryan Garcia fighting like a man possessed.
He looks like a fighter that did no preparation for the right hand of Ryan Garcia.
Oh, man. Barrios, though, showing his toughness, Sergio, but how tough can he be?
I want to see intelligence coming out of him. I want to see defense, because right now he's getting run over by Ryan Garcia. There's that left hook to the body by Garcia now. This is a demolition by Ryan Garcia.
Barrios was supposed to be the bigger, stronger guy in there, but he's being moved pillar to post by Garcia.
good left hook just over the top. Just missed from Mario Barrios.
Into it, coach.
Now look for that uppercut.
A left and a right.
And you heard Thomas Taylor yelling to the corner of Mario Barrios, who are asking for behind-the-head shots. They said Mario Barrios is ducking into them.
Joe Goosen asked Barrios to get inside, close the distance, make this an inside fight. He hasn't even tried, Sergio.
It's not that he hasn't tried, he doesn't know how. Mario Barrios is missing a championship gear, and we've seen it over and over.
Right here.
You know, you can see the strategy of Ryan Garcia. Try everything you can to keep this fight in the middle of the ring. At the start of every round, he runs straight to the middle. When he spins out, he runs back to the middle. He wants to keep Mario Barrios in as much space as possible.
Scores again. And Sergio, he's doing really well defensively, too.
Everything. This is one of the best performances I've seen by Ryan Garcia. Both arms being unleashed, creative combinations, and defend.
And there you see once again, Ryan, center of the ring. That's where he wants to keep this fight.
Joe Goosen telling Barrios, we're in the second half now. You need to dominate.
I mean, the punch output isn't there from Mario Barrios. The defense isn't there. He just missed shot.
They're going to call that a push.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. It was a good shot from Ryan Garcia, but then he followed it up with a shove.
That looked like a shot to the body that landed.
Well, the body shot landed, Sergio, but then I think it was followed by a push. At least that's what the referee, Thomas Taylor, said.
No. Hang on. Hey, it's all right. You were on top of his head. Stay right here. Mario, you just got to keep that head up, all right? You good? Go.
That right finds a home again. Now the left. Mannix has it a clean sweep. Not hard to score, is it?
Not at all. 50-44 in favor of Ryan Garcia. What I love beyond...
Oh, there's a right from Barrios. Sorry.
Just the right, not beyond the right hands from Ryan Garcia. And I love that jab. It's not a throwaway jab. He's scoring points with that jab. That is as sharp a jab as we've seen Ryan Garcia throw in recent years.
So far, a virtuoso performance from King Rye.
And more importantly, discipline. Because we've seen a leaky defense from Ryan Garcia. We've seen him get frustrated. We've seen him make mistakes. Right now, this is it. Responsible, confident, and motivated. And that's when he's most dangerous.
Barrios moving forward, very square compared to Ryan Garcia.
Stop. You got to watch it, right now. Right? Good? Good.
Ryan Garcia told us, I'm here to win every round. I'm not going to give any rounds away in this fight. That's how confident I am.
And he's doing just that.
Another body shot from Ryan Garcia, and it's almost like Barrios is giving him those.
And a good left hook there from Garcia. Caught Barrios napping, landing that left hook.
It's amazing that Barrios isn't bleeding yet, considering his history of cuts.
He's got a history of cuts. He's got a history of swelling. These are some good shots landed by Ryan Garcia.
Listen for the bell, gentlemen. Listen for the bell.
Just too fast. And all 6 rounds have to go to Garcia, including that first round, which was 10-8 because of the knockdown. Does Barrios have it in him, Sergio, to make a late run here?
I hate to say it, but no. No, he does not. He's never showed it in his past. His history proves that. He's just a tough guy that's really strong and keeps coming, but on the top level, he always a step and a punch behind.
Chris Mannix is in the corner with Joe Goosen.
Joe, what are you seeing out there?
Well, I mean, it's evident we're not winning the fight. You know, Ryan's landed some great shots. Mario's taking them. He's getting hit right now. Look, I mean, when Mario backs up, he gets the worst end of this. He's got to move forward, make Ryan, get him on his back foot like that, so he doesn't punch when he's moving backwards. You know, rarely does he. But if you stall out on him or move backwards, he'll take advantage of that. He's fast. He hits hard. You know, he's cautious like that. He's not willing to really engage on the inside. You have to make him fight. See? So you got to force yourself upon him. And that's what we're trying to do. Mario's, you know, he's trying to do it, but Ryan's very elusive.
Are you surprised how effective the right hand of Ryan has been?
No, I already told Mario in camp. I said that's why we've actually blocked a lot of them. We've gotten hit with a few of them, yes. But I said, look, he knows that I know that he's going to be throwing the left all night. Everyone knows that. I said he's going to go to the alternate hand, work on that so he has a backup punch, and that's the right hand. We knew that, and that's why we worked so hard on keeping both hands up in this fight, not just his right hand.
Appreciate it, Joe.
Well, Joe knows what he's talking about, Sergio. He was like, you know, Ryan's landed some good right hands like that, and some good left hands like that. Garcia with another big round here in the 7th. Total punches through 6 rounds, over double the amount have landed for Ryan Garcia. And he doesn't look fatigued, Sergio, at all.
No, because he's in charge. He's in control. I mean, everything he's throwing, he's landing. He's not missing. Fatigue sets in when you miss, when you're not punching nothing, when you're swinging out air, and that takes your leg strength, and that's what makes fighters slow down and lose confidence. But when you're as accurate as Garcia, I mean, it's only going to get better and worse for Barrios. And Joe Goosen talks about defense and keeping his hands up. Barrios is keeping his hands up. He's good at doing that. But Garcia's finding openings with that high guard. There's always openings whenever you have that earmuff defense.
Taki efekt na 5 dni? A Ty możesz go zrobić sama w domu. Wkręcamy naturalne rzęsy i przechodzimy do aplikacji kępek. Ja nie używam kleju Bond, bo są to kępki samoprzylepne i mi wystarczy, że stylizacja utrzyma się 5 dni. Utrwalamy za pomocą sil, nie tuszujemy rzęs, przejeżdżamy tylko przy nasadzie, gniatamy pensetą, która ma nałożony utrwalacz. I to...
All right, round 8. Barrios has to find something, somewhere, somehow, right now. He promised us a Ryan Garcia classic, and so far he has delivered from start until almost finish.
You know, I wouldn't even call this a Ryan Garcia classic. This is a very new version of Ryan Garcia, one that is beyond just throwing the right hand, but winning decisively round after round. This is a shutout through 7 rounds, 70-62 on my scorecard. We've seen Ryan have some spectacular finishes. I don't think we've seen him at this point dominate in the way that he's dominating this fight.
And a version of Ryan Garcia that we needed to see, because on the top scale against the best fighters, the Devin Haney's, the Shakur Stevensons, he's gonna need technique, he's gonna need discipline, he's gonna need focus, and he's showing all of the above right now.
Yeah, a lot of fighters were calling out Ryan Garcia's name. Like Connor Benj, Kirstein's, a lot of guys wanted him. But after this performance, you wonder if those screams will get a little quieter across the boxing world.
Now, I think they get even louder.
Really?
Just because Ryan Garcia is already a big star, and if he's able to put together performances like this, performances that get networks interested, that get an audience interested, that get pay-per-view buyers interested, that's the kind of fighter you want to go up against.
Get him up a little bit. Get him up a little bit.
Garcia keeping Barrios honest to that body as well. You can see that Garcia's still trying to sneak in that liver shot downstairs that he caught Luke Campbell with.
You're wondering if Barrios can switch to plan B, but I don't even know what plan A was.
And this was a knock on Barrios, you know, that he hasn't proven to have a plan B or C.
And I'm not surprised.
One plan in one gear.
Sorry, I'm not surprised that Barrios is able to take a lot of these shots. Tough guy. Like he went, what, 11 rounds with Gervonta Davis, the distance with Keith Thurman.
Stop.
He's got a chin on him.
No punch, guys. No punch. Let him, Ryan, let him go. When I say let go, you gotta let him go. Stay here. Don't punch when I'm saying stop, all right? Calm the shit down, all right? Go.
Final seconds here of the 8th round, and it's just more of the same.
Stop. No punch. No punch.
Barrios trying to close the distance there.
That was a good sign by Barrios right now, but you see Garcia.
I mean, he was a little out there too during the Devin Haney fight week. He's calm, he's composed, he's giving great information and great skill and great advice to his son.
You read my mind, because look, we've seen Ryan Garcia with great minds, Derek James, Joe Goosen, Eddie Reynoso, but his father, there's a certain bond there, a blood bond that he's passing the test. Both Garcia and Henry Garcia are passing the test on the championship level.
Yeah, we're going to hear from Henry in just a second. In fact, right now he's with Chris Mannix.
Henry, so far so good for Ryan in this fight. What are you seeing?
I see greatness. I see he's outboxing him, and that's what we want. We want him to outbox him. We want him to throw the right hand, but you know his left right now is his right is actually just. He told me it was a little hurt, but I told him we'll just concentrate on the jab and the hook right now. Throw the right if it's necessary. You know, but we're doing great.
Are there any adjustments you wanted to make?
No, right now I want him to stay in the center of the ring. Okay, because he can outbox him. See that? He can outbox him just like that. All right? Barrios is actually hurt, so just a matter of time.
Appreciate it, Henry.
He didn't want Ryan against the ropes because of that right there. Barrios can kind of be a weight bully in the corner.
Yeah, but as soon as Ryan Garcia hits the ropes, he's going back to the middle of the ring. See that? A little shift around. That's another thing I haven't seen about with Ryan Garcia, getting angles on opponents.
You know, I got to ask you this, Sergio. Our last big fight was Shakur versus Tio, where Shakur dominated him over 12 rounds. Ryan Garcia is doing the same thing. Any similarities in the performance of those two guys?
The similarities in the one-sided performance, but there's no similarities in the person they're doing it with. Teofimo Lopez was a better champion than Mario Barrios, a more proven champion, undisputed champion. This is a great performance on the championship level against the weakest champion in this division.
Don't leave it out there, Ryan. Use it or pull it back.
You know, it's interesting to hear Henry Garcia reveal that Ryan has a hand injury in that right hand that has been bothering a little bit, and told him, throw it when you have to.
It sure doesn't look hurt to me. I'm still swinging it.
Hey, maybe Henry's lying to all of us.
Maybe he should hurt his right hand more often.
It has been a hand that's been problematic for him in the past. He has had surgery on that hand. It has sidelined him and not been a reliable offensive weapon for him. But in this fight, it has been a major factor.
Listen for the bell, gentlemen. Listen for that bell.
Booking.com ułatwia planowanie wyjazdów, nawet gdy twoi wszyscy znajomi podróżują w innym stylu. Bądź bohaterem.
You gotta knock him out before, you gotta hurt him. It happened with Diego Corrales against Jose Luis Castillo, but this is a very different set of circumstances. Right now, Ryan Garcia is dominating every round of this fight.
All right, Sergio, Barrios needs a knockout. How do you see him doing it? What's the path to scoring what would be a stunning result?
There's no path to a knockout for Mario Barrios, and I hate to say that because, you know, you want to make this as exciting as possible, but Barrios is not known as a one-punch knockout artist. He doesn't have that power. He doesn't have that eraser.
That back Barrios up.
And the more aggressive he gets, the more he's going to encourage Garcia to land the bigger shots. So it's actually Joe Goosen that's working against Barrios, but telling him to get aggressive and come forward.
The body language of Barrios is all wrong, although he did land a shot there, which backed Garcia off for a minute.
I think Barrios has to make a decision over these final 3 rounds. Is he here just to survive, or is he here to throw caution to the wind and let his hands go and try to get a win?
Chris Mannix has it, a clean sweep, 9 rounds to 0. Who would have thought that?
The only thing more impressive than a knockout is a shutout. And I'm more impressed with Ryan Garcia pitching a shutout against Mario Barrios than anything else.
And now Barrios on the inside. This is where Goosen wants him.
And you see Ryan sort of pivoting back to that defense we saw against Oscar Duarte, where he turns his back a little bit. But this is where he wants to be, right there in the center of the ring.
Yeah, when he gets behind that left shoulder, trying to do that shoulder roll, just works against him. He doesn't have the ability to do that, the fluidity to do that.
I would say that shoulder roll is a bit of an insult to shoulder rolls.
It's more like a cinnamon roll. Oh, nice. 1, 2, 3 for Garcia.
And a big smile from Ryan Garcia after that one.
Good shot. Good shot downstairs just to keep Barrios honest to the body.
Garcia staying so disciplined against Devin Haney. He was taunting Haney, yelling to the crowd, looking at people in the corner. Tonight he has just been laser focused.
And this Ryan Garcia is going to be very difficult, very hard to beat.
Just as I say that, he's barking at Joe Goosen.
He's beating down Mario Barrios and Joe Goosen exactly like he said he was going to do.
He called Joe Goosen a traitor for taking camp with Mario Barrios. Kind of softened that language afterwards. Either way, he wanted to really stick it to him, and he's doing that here.
He's still sticking that jab and that uppercut. Barrios not capitalizing on the technique and the mistakes that Garcia is offering.
Championship rounds. How hard will Garcia go for the stoppage? Or do you expect him just to kind of stick and move and coast his way to the win?
I think put it on cruise control if you're Garcia now. You've dominated, you won every round, and you shut a lot of people up.
I just don't think that's in his DNA. I mean, everything he's throwing is hard. Maybe you do be more defensively responsible over these final 2 rounds, but he's not going to take his foot off the gas when it comes to his punches.
Well, they just told him to be smart. In other words, don't go for nothing hard and stupid. Even if you do want to close out the show with a knockout, let it come. Don't try to get it.
Well, you would think Barrios would come at him harder, more determined, more desperate. It's Hail Mary time for Barrios.
Barrios has had a successful career on the biggest stages, being himself. His temperament's not going to change. I mean, this is who he is.
Well, he closed strong against Manny Pacquiao, won the last 3 rounds on all 3 judges' scorecards, but winning rounds, or winning a round, is not nearly enough for Barrios. I mean, the best thing, Chris, I think you could say about Barrios, or Sergio, is that he's been able to take a hell of a punch tonight.
Well, we knew that coming in, that he takes a big shot, and Garcia was telling me that, you know, he has a big head for big shots, and he's proving that right.
Nice left hook followed by the straight right.
Barrios was outclassed. He's getting outclassed in every sense of the way. Like, where's the jab to close that distance? I mean, you're the world champion, and you're not even tracking down a fighter with a jab. The most basic punch, the most important punch in boxing, yet you're just following around Garcia.
Normally, you would never want to throw a lead uppercut like that if you're winning a fight like this, but Garcia just not worried about what's coming back.
No, he ain't worried about nothing.
Yeah.
Listen for the bell, gentlemen. Listen for that bell.
Get ready for the future. Tylko teraz kolejne, tańsze studia podyplomowe.
Entertainer comes out of you. Time to close the show if you got that much gifted talent.
All right, Garcia looks determined now. He's in such great shape. Really, really incredible all-around performance from Garcia. If he doesn't get an A+ from you after this one, Sergio, we might have to have words.
I can tell you right now it's an A+. Even without the knockdown or the knockout.
Well, if you're a Barrios fan, you're praying that he just finds something, a lightning strike in the final 220 here. But not really much aggression. You don't see the desperation that's probably needed now.
Barrios is intimidated by the fast hands and the quick reaction of Ryan Garcia. He couldn't compete with the speed, and he was surprised by the power and the right hand and the right hook of Garcia.
Garcia, a minute and 50 seconds away from becoming a world champion. And who would have thought that after that lackluster performance against Rolly Romero? And Barrios a little overeager there.
Yeah,
and tumbles down.
Ryan gave him a little bit of a shoulder shrug there. Knocked him to the ground. Barrios starting to wing a little bit, trying to land something that could change the course of this fight. But just too much Ryan Garcia, too much firepower, too many left hands, too many kind of those 45-degree uppercuts. He has just pulled out the entire bag in this fight.
About the only punch I didn't see Garcia throw is that stabbing jab to the gut that could have opened up more shots. But other than that, just a flawless performance, offensively and defensively by Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of scenarios you could have seen as this fight was building up. But the most likely were Mario Barrios wins a decision against Ryan Garcia, or Ryan Garcia scores a knockout. Having Ryan pitch a virtual shutout, should be a shutout in these final 30 seconds. I don't think that was on anybody's scorecard.
This is a paint job by Garcia.
Here we go, 10 seconds left. As Ryan Garcia is about to become the WBC welterweight champion of